I absolutely love going to the movie theaters, except liking a trip to the movie theaters is like liking a vacation in hell. Basically what I'm trying to say is that movie theaters are hell. A year and a half ago, I saw Ant-Man in theaters. My brother took me, I wasn't paying, it should have been awesome. Yet when I got there was a group of like 6 or 7 people just chatting it up. Here's the full story. We get in the theater, everything's cool. The theater's relatively quiet, there's nobody sitting in front of me, yet everything's quite dandy. But then the bros walk in, and right away I could tell I was in for a doozy. The kids' hairs glistened because they collectively had a load of gel. It was as if they wanted to speed up global warming inside the theater. They had the tank top on. Oh, Jesus, the tank top. Crap. They had cargo shorts. Basically, they were the average kids you'd find unironically dabbing. So immediately my tolerance for these guys was pretty low. And then the movie started. Now, spoilers for Ant-Man ahead. If you don't remember, Ant-Man started with the Mexican mariachi music. The music was playing, and kid number 1, you know what? Let's personify him. Let's give him a name. Let's call him Hitler. Well, we were watching the movie with Hitler, so as soon as the music started up, he got up and started dancing. Man, Hitler would have done that. I can tell you that for sure. And I'm sure that doesn't seem bad, but Hitler's friend Mussolini, as well as the rest of the Satan bunch, just got up and just started cheering, went to town. It was bad. Now, I'm afraid of confrontation, so what I did was, I pierced him with a look of disapproval. For some reason, I thought that if I looked at him mad enough, he'd look at me and say, you know what? Maybe I should stop being an absolute pain for those surrounding me. But what I didn't take into account was that he was facing away from me, and that people facing away from you are impervious to visual information from behind them. So later on, the dudes were chatting away when suddenly they start to pay attention to the movie. It was a miracle. But in the movie, we were at the part where Mr. Clean, the villain, turns that one guy into goo in the bathroom, and when that happened, one of the bros stood up and yelled, douchebag. Wow, great job correctly identifying the villain as a douchebag. That's good on ya, that's very good. So later on in the movie, one of the friends is texting on their phone. I tried to see what he was texting because I was envisioning a scenario in my head in which I could walk up to him after the movie and say like, hey, I know what you were texting. And you know, blackmail him with that. But the problem is, I'm pretty nearsighted, and I didn't have my glasses. So I tried to read his phone, but I realized that I was staring for way too long, and then I decided to watch the movie again. And then the movie ended, and these clowns just stood up, just started loitering around the theater, making hand puppets, you know, the whole package. And then the credits ended, and the second ending popped up, and I swear to God, one of the guys was like, whoa, more movie? That's cool. Oh God. Like, these guys didn't know that Marvel movies have secret endings, and like, it's not like we were watching Iron Man, where only the elitist stayed back until the end. We were watching Ant-Man in 2015. How does not everybody know that there is a secret ending? Them not knowing that there was a second ending wouldn't be so bad, but they were still standing up. So we saw the beautiful movie screen, and then 6 black circles just in the bottom left corner. So we get out of the theaters, and I'm just standing around waiting on my brothers, when all of a sudden I see the Grateful Mates. That came straight from the noggin. And, I was still mad at them, so I shot them a piercing glance, just shot them a nasty look. And, then something occurred to me. We were outside of the theater, in broad daylight. They actually have a chance of looking at me, and, wondering, hey, why is this guy that we don't know staring at us? So, upon realizing this, I just bolted, I ran away, and I never saw them again. So, I'm usually a positive person, but not that day. I complained about it in the car, at home, and on the internet, 1.5 years later. Based on this experience, I wanted to stop going to the cinemas, but I couldn't. I absolutely love seeing the culmination of the years of thousands of people's efforts, in the way that it's supposed to be seen. I mean, sure you could watch a Tarantino film on a tablet, but you'd lose a feeling of immersion, and that's really valuable in the art of cinema. So sure, people may talk in movies, but I'll leave you to my favorite quote. To make mistakes is human, to forgive is divine. But let's be honest, it's pretty hard to be divine when you have Hitler watching the same movie as you.